Forum on Monday, April 13th, 2020. We are here today with our partners from Dakota County, the Burnsville Chamber of Commerce, Independent School District 191, and the City of Burnsville. We know that you are receiving updates on a regular basis at the state, federal, and international level, but we felt it was important to come to you today and talk about issues that are affecting you right here in Burnsville. Next slide. We have a panel of speakers from our partner agencies. Next slide. And we will start today with our Burnsville County Commissioner from Dakota County, Liz Workman. Liz?
Thank you, Jennifer. I'd like to thank the Chamber for hosting this Facebook Live and also thank everyone who is in attendance today. Could we go to the next slide, please? Just to update you with the most current information, this morning we have had, Dakota County has 95 confirmed cases, which is up from 87 yesterday. But the good news is 53 cases have recovered and are out of isolation. And we still have, unfortunately, 4 deaths. In Minnesota, 70 out of the 87 counties have at least one confirmed COVID-19 case. And there was an article in the Star Tribune that notes that Minnesota is doing well overall, with 4% of those tested having positive cases versus 7 to 9% in our neighboring states, which suggests that Minnesotans are having more success with staying physically distant in order to stop this virus. Could I have the next slide, please? So in our services, as you can see, all of our public-facing county services are closed at least through Sunday, May 3rd. The libraries, service centers, park buildings, and roughly 80% of Dakota County staff have been teleworking and continue to work productively at a safe distance. There's a new online resource for our employees that will pair them with who have extra time, those who have extra time, and pair them with work outside of their primary role. And a good example of that is in our finance department. They're not real busy right now. They have been, but just not at the moment. But our parks department is busy. So some have volunteered to put on a pair of jeans and a flannel shirt and go out and pull buckthorn. So those are the kind of things that our employees are doing. And we're operating in a way that's safe and healthy for everyone. In-person meetings have been switched to email or phone calls. Our walk-up service centers may be closed, but our services are available online. So could I have the next slide, please? And our libraries, as you know, have also been closed. And along with curbside pickup and books by mail, you can get, if you don't have your library card, you can get it free online and have immediate access to electronic collections. And also there are virtual story time for parents and kids on Facebook 3 times a week. Could I have the next slide, please? And they say, and it's good to get out during this time and get some fresh air. It's good exercise, good for your mental health. And our parks and trails are open. We want you to get out there as much as you can. Maintain that social distancing. And our county parks and trails will remain open. And residents just are encouraged to go out. You have dogs. My dogs are loving this. They've been getting walked pretty much daily. So if you have the opportunity, get out, get some fresh air, get some exercise. It's good all the way around. Could I have the next slide, please? And with road construction being one of the seasons in Minnesota, this virus is not stopping us. We still continue to have a number of projects planned for 2020. And if you want more information, there is a site there that you can click on and get more information about our road project. Next slide, please. If you want more information, The Dakota County Public Health has this electronic newsletter, which does feature COVID-19 health tips, ways to limit the spread of the virus, and just in general, other helpful information. And we did set up our own public hotline just to help augment the MDH hotline. They've been very busy. Our hotline is only opened Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4, but there is a real person there staffed and ready to answer any of your questions. You have the next slide. And this is the information for MDH numbers. Next slide. And all of our board meetings, any of our meetings now, we're held virtually. You can live stream those meetings via our county website. And I would invite everyone who's interested to join us on Friday, April 17th from 8:30 to 9:30, where we will be presenting the state of the county. Our board chair, Mike Slavic, will be giving a presentation. We'll let you know what's going on in the county, besides what's going on with COVID-19. And then we will have a question and answer period afterwards. We do ask that you RSVP at that county email address there. We're gonna try Facebook Live like this too. But we ask that you at least let us know if you plan on attending. And I think that's it. Is there a next slide? That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Liz, and thank you for all of those updates from Dakota County. Our next presenters are from the city of Burnsville. We have Mayor Elizabeth Couts and City Manager Melanie Lee.
Good afternoon, everyone. And first, I want to thank Jennifer and the Burnsville Chamber of Commerce for hosting this and coordinating this town hall meeting. It is a big undertaking and we appreciate everything that you've done. So I'm Elizabeth Couts. I'm the mayor of the city of Burnsville, along with our city manager, Melanie Lee. We are so pleased to be a part of this town hall meeting to tell you all what's going on in our community. Today, we, the leaders of our community, our friends from Burnsville, from the Burnsville Chamber, ISD 191, and Dakota County. I also want to acknowledge my colleagues on the City Council. And they are Councilmember Dan Keeley, Councilmember Dan Gustafson, Councilmember Kara Schultz, and Councilmember Vince Workman. You see, the relationship we have with each other are so very important on a regular basis. In these times of uncertain, effective relationships are key to continuing to serving our community. I want you all to know that we are working together to maintain and build these relationships because we don't do anything alone. The only way we are going to get through this crisis is by working together. We are a city that is focused on engaging and enriching the lives of our residents, businesses, and visitors. We believe in civic engagement. We are welcoming and inclusive. We are a place where people are welcomed, and we are a place where caring and compassion belong. We are a place where everyone belongs, where you belong. When we show the strength of our community culture together, it elevates all of us, whether it is the city, the school district, business, or the individual. Diversity, inclusiveness, and compassion are the hallmarks of Burnsville. When we embrace those hallmarks, Burnsville continues to be a very attractive place for entrepreneurs, businesses, and the people you, our business community, are trying to attract for your business. Next slide, please. Just a few months ago, the City Council held several work sessions to discuss our priorities. A result of those meetings was a renewed vision. Burnsville is a vibrant city boldly leading, and welcoming to all. Our vision remains consistent as we work to be creative, innovative, and learning how to provide effective services with our new reality. I want everyone to know that my colleagues and I are hearing you. We're listening and are working with our staff and community partners to be nimble, to pivot as circumstances require. We know that this will change us going forward. And while we don't know what that would look like, we are working together to prepare how we can move forward together. Next slide, and I now introduce our city manager, Melanie.
Thank you, Mayor. Hi, everyone. I'm quickly going to walk through a couple of the items that we're doing on an operational basis. Similar to Commissioner Workman's updates, we continue to do many of the things that we need to do to provide service to the community. And our organizational values are centered around collaboration, innovation, and excellence. Next slide, please. When we think about collaboration, Mayor Couts talked about this, it's about relationships. So we are continuing to work with our community partners, as well as our peers and our colleagues throughout the state and the country to figure out how to best continue services to the community. We are working together to prioritize safety. We have public safety officials that are going out on calls every day, and they have the appropriate PPE to keep them safe so they can serve the community and they can remain safe themselves. Additionally, we are reallocating staff. While we continue many of our operations remotely or through telework, we do have a number of our operations that are being reassigned. So we have some of our staff that are helping out with our maintenance and our other functions that have a high need. Next slide, please. When we think about innovation, we are continually pressing ourselves to figure out how do we best respond in this changing environment. So we have an excellent IT staff that has equipped us well to work remotely. And we're also looking at our systems to learn what can we do differently and how can we take this new reality and bring it forward to how we serve the community going forward. We continue to have our parks and open spaces available. We want you to use them. It's good for your mind, your body, your soul. And we want you to practice social distancing. So we've made a couple changes with regards to our trails. We've got a trail that goes one way now, helps manage that social distancing while encouraging that public activity. Next slide, please. And excellence. So the council has challenged us to continue to provide services that are seamless. So while all of our meetings are remote, we have a very robust way for the community to remain involved and log in and participate. We're providing building inspections on a remote basis using video so we can help our community continue to operate and build and develop as they can. And while our city facilities might be closed to the public, we have staff ready and willing to assist and answer questions and provide what we can to help continue the Burnsville community. So one thing that we've been talking about on an organizational and with the council is that this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And I just want to thank everybody for all your work you've done to help us continue to navigate these changing times. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Couts and City Manager Lee. Now we will receive an update from Independent School District 191 from our Superintendent, Teresa Battle, and our School Board Chair, Abigail Alt.
Thank you, Jennifer. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to share District 191's response to COVID-19. Next slide, please. And I'll turn it over to Chair Abigail Alt.
Thank you, Dr. Battle. I too would like to express my thanks to the Chamber and all the partners that are participating in this forum today. We're doing important work, and on behalf of the school board, I know that all of us are working really hard. My fellow board members, Director Courier, Director Chester, Director Howiger, Hume, Miller, and Schatz, all of us remain dedicated to continuing to work at a distance. We hold regular board meetings remotely, and those are available online, as well as through partnership with BCTV. And I know that this board will continue our work remotely for however long we need to. Next slide. Dr. Battle.
Thank you. So today, I'd like to highlight a few areas that we are continuing to provide to our students, families, and communities. On March 15th, Governor Walz issued emergency order authorizing the Commissioner of Education to close schools at least by Wednesday, March 18th, with the first intention that instruction would resume by Monday, March 30th. Also in the order, districts were asked to provide meals to children under 18 years of age and child care for the children of healthcare professionals, as well as first responders. In District 191, we chose to cancel school beginning Monday, March 16th, to comply with the first order and to prepare for what we are calling distance learning, which is a new concept for many of us in Minnesota. As you know, on Wednesday, April 8th, the stay-at-home order was extended until May 4th, and our schools are closed until that time. Next slide, please. We continue our day-to-day operations virtually. We are operating virtually and leading virtually. We have continued our instructional programs and support services, our human resource and finance functions, and as Chair Alt mentioned, our board work, and in compliance with the order, and also because we know that's what's best for our families and our community, continue to provide meals as well as childcare. Next slide, please. Distance learning is a way to continue and move forward with learning long range. It provides our students with access to appropriate educational materials, ensures they receive daily interaction with their licensed teachers. We were well poised to provide distance learning because of our strategic plan, Vision 191, and we are also grateful for our voters who passed the tech levy in 2015 that allowed us to have devices for our students. For middle and high school students, we have 1-to-1 devices. For elementary, it was a 2-to-1 environment. And so during the 8 days, our district planned before launching distance learning, we distributed over 3,500 devices to our elementary students. So teachers are asking students to work on tasks and practice their skills using many tools and applications available on their devices. Teachers may also have materials sent to students electronically or in printed form. We are very pleased with the launch of distance learning. To say that our teachers missed our students and our students missed our teachers is an understatement. And so we are very happy to continue our teaching, instruction, and also support services. Our social workers, cultural liaisons, educational assistants are also assisting with distance learning. Next slide, please. Meal distribution. Our goal is to continue to provide healthy and nutritious meals to children through curbside pickup and delivery. We also offer Brain Power in a Backpack and Pantry 191 through our community education. Right now, we have grab and go meals at our 3 middle schools, so Eagle Ridge, Metcalf, and Nicollet. And then we also have buses that deliver foods to several other sites. If you would like to know where those locations are, please visit our website listed in the presentation. As of April 8th, we've served 41,000 meals. So it is a need in our community, And I have to thank my amazing staff for all that they've done to continue to provide instruction, to deliver meals, and also childcare. Next slide, please. Goal, provide high quality childcare for children of healthcare and emergency workers. This began Wednesday, March 18th and is free of charge. Care is provided from 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. We have grades K through 5 at Gideon Pond Elementary and Hidden Valley Elementary, and children 6 weeks old to 5 years are here at Diamond Head Education Center. We have served 717 students. Next slide, please. And I'll turn it over to Chair Abigail Alt.
Thank you, Dr. Battle. When all of this started, Governor Walz challenged us to have an all hands on deck approach. And starting on Sunday, March 15th, school staff and we're working hard with our partner organization, thanks to support from the city and the chamber, for your work in helping us be as successful as we are with the rollout of continuing to serve our families and our students. And I know that everyone from our teachers to our EAs throughout the community, business partners are stepping up to volunteer. City staff is helping with food distribution. And this really demonstrates that we are 191. As a community, we pull together in a time of need, and we do appreciate the partnership that has been going before this even started and now has been stepped up in the advent of COVID. So on behalf of the school board and Dr. Battle, my thanks to everyone for pulling together in this way to support our community and our families and our students so well. Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail. Thank you, Superintendent Battle. Now we will move on to a Chamber of Commerce update. And my name is Jennifer Harmoning, President of the Burnsville Chamber. We will get started today. I'm happy to introduce my 2020 Chair of the Board for the Burnsville Chamber of Commerce, Brian Luther, who serves as the Executive Director for the AIM Center. Brian?
Thank you, Jennifer. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce and the Board of Directors, I want to thank our partners today, Dakota County, the City of Burnsville, and ISD 191. We really appreciate your partnership with this. I want to recognize our Board of Directors. We have 16 very active volunteers that represent a great cross-section of our business community. Also, people who are very active within our community in our respective fields. I want to thank them for their leadership and continued contributions during this challenging time while still maintaining our organization's mission. Next slide, please. The Burnsville Chamber was established as a nonprofit business association in 1965. And while our world has changed more in the past 4 weeks than in the past 55 years, the mission of the Chamber still remains the same. We exist to not only represent businesses in Burnsville, but we also connect to the businesses that serve Burnsville. And our vision is to build a vibrant and prosperous business community. And now more than ever, we continue with our mission and vision for Burnsville. Next slide. Our chamber office, like many, remain closed. However, Jennifer and her staff are working very hard remotely, adapting our organization to the many changes that are taking place. Our board of directors continue to stay connected, charting our course of the organization to ensure that we're continuing to connect and support our local businesses in this new time of business operations. On behalf of the board of directors, I want our business community to know we are here for you. Our top goal is ensuring that you have timely access to reliable information about issues impacting your businesses. And I feel our staff has done a great job with that, sending out emails virtually in real time that can help you as business owners and leaders to adapt and take advantage of various programs that are taking place. Although we have indefinitely postponed our in-person events, we're moving to online platforms and also rescheduling other events. It is very important that we are protecting our programming assets for our members, and I know we look forward to getting back in person at some point to enjoy our time together. To discuss more of this in detail, I'll turn it over to our Burnsville Chamber President, Jennifer Harmony. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Brian. Thanks to all of you. As Brian mentioned, our staff is focused on filtering and relaying the most timely information for our businesses in our community right now. We are sending out regular updates and updating our COVID-19 business resource page on our website regularly. Please check the Chamber website where you can access the latest information, links, and webinars to help you through this time. Next slide. We also have a business update page so the community can check to see the latest news from any businesses in Burnsville. You can click on the link on our website to find out the latest. We could use your help keeping this page up to date. You'll also see a link to submit a press release. If you have a business in Burnsville or you are a Burnsville Chamber member, please submit a press release so we can share your news with the community. We're trying to keep people updated as businesses are changing their hours or service delivery, or might even be closed temporarily. But we want to know how to get in touch with you and stay connected. So please help us keep that up to date. We are a membership organization and we are working closely with our members right now, but we are a resource for all businesses for the community. Please, and for the community, please let us know how we can help you at this time. Next slide. The business experience in Burnsville is varied. We have over 2,000 businesses in Burnsville, and they're all experiencing some type of change at this point. While some are closed, even more are open in some capacity. All businesses are finding new ways to operate in order to keep their employees, vendors, and customers safe and healthy. Every business is scrambling to generate enough revenue to pay their employees, their rent, and other expenses. While the media would have us believe that a lot of people are sitting at home with time on their hands, and I know that some are, most people are busy. Most people are very busy trying to keep their businesses open, trying to serve their customers, trying to make sure that they can keep their business open at this time. So just a shout out to all of our, whether it's our healthcare workers, our businesses, our frontline workers with restaurants doing takeout. We know there's a lot of you that are really busy out there, and we want to thank you for that. Unemployment and hiring resources. Due to the sudden and dramatic shift in social distancing and the stay-at-home order, many businesses have been forced to reduce staffing or even lay off employees. If you are an employee that has been laid off, we have information on our website for you to explore how to utilize unemployment insurance. If your hours have been reduced, we also have information about how your employer can take advantage of a shared work program to supplement your wages. Keep in mind, there are businesses that are hiring right now too. So please visit Career Force Minnesota under the Minnesota Department of Economic Development for online job seeking assistance and employment listings. The economic impact for our community, there's no question that we will all feel the economic impact of COVID-19. We have two important factors that will help buffer the impact for some. First, the economy was very strong going into this crisis. And second, there are an unprecedented number of economic stimulus tools for individuals and businesses. While we believe both of these factors will help us weather this storm, we know that we're going to feel it and we're going to get through this together. Working together, Burnsville is a strong community and we will get through this. I'm grateful to our partners and want you to know that the group you see here today is part of the Burnsville Leaders Group formed in 2017. We've been meeting quarterly since then to ensure open lines of communication and coordinated leadership for our community. During the COVID-19 crisis, we have been meeting virtually every other week and will continue to work together to make sure Burnsville emerges from this season stronger together. Our focus here at the Chamber right now, in addition to providing information, is helping our businesses make short-term, long-term, and medium-term plans to reopen their businesses safely and continue to provide a healthy, safe environment for their employees and customers. There is a form available on our website, and the city has shared it as well, that businesses can fill out to submit to the state of Minnesota how they in their industry can open safely. What can you do in the community to help us weather this storm? First of all, you can stay up to date and share accurate information with friends and neighbors by going directly to the source through the Chamber, City, ISD 191, and County website. You can stay connected. Check up on your friends, neighbors, relatives, and favorite businesses. Physical distancing is a challenge, but it can be worse for some, so make sure you're checking in. So what I want to leave you with is shop local. Shop local has never meant more than it does today. Shop local is not a cute slogan right now. It is a lifeline for local businesses that employ our people, they sponsor our youth activities, and they provide goods and services we value. I'm going to be honest, Amazon does not need your business right now. They can hardly keep up with the orders they have, but your patronage of our local businesses, whether it's a purchase of an online gift card, a takeout meal, that will make a difference today. So let's come together. Let's be a strong community and community partners. With that, we will wrap up our update from the Chamber and we will move on to our question and answer. We have a form online right now that is available to submit questions. We got a couple of questions in advance that we will address here in a minute as a group, but we want you to know that we're still here for you. So this form will stay live and you can continue to submit questions and we will continue to review them and get back to you as best we can. So I think the first question we received was to the City of Burnsville, so I'll turn this over to my city partners to respond.
Thank you, Jennifer. I'm going to have our city manager respond to that question. It's an operations question, and I think it bears an answer from us. So Melanie and I have talked about this, and Melanie, I'm going to throw it over to you.
Thanks, Mayor. Jennifer, I don't know if others are seeing, I don't see anything on my end, so I don't know if we need to repeat the question or if it's showing up on the screen. I'm not seeing anything.
We don't have the question on the screen, so we'll have to have you. Do you have the question in front of you, Melanie?
I did not. I'm sorry. I thought.
Okay, sorry.
We should have rehearsed this a little better. Sorry.
Okay. The first question is, why are there stores open elsewhere and not in Burnsville? Why can't we let all stores open with conditions like masks, CDC cleaning guides, spacing, etc.? It worked in groceries. Why not everywhere?
No, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you reading that question out loud. The stay-at-home order and the essential businesses, there's no easy answer to this. What I can tell you is in Burnsville, we are working to have voluntary compliance with our business community. If we hear a complaint, we're reaching out, we're having a conversation with that business owner and seeing how they are interpreting the findings. The governor's office does have an ongoing list of what is eligible to be open and not open. So we're working to provide that feedback to the businesses. You know, we understand this is a tough time for everyone. So again, we're working for voluntary compliance. I know the governor's office is continually reevaluating their stay-at-home order. There is a form that has been available so businesses can reach out and provide feedback on how they can serve their customers in compliance with CDC recommendations. So I anticipate that this will continue to evolve. And for the short term, we're looking for voluntary compliance and looking to work with our business community from that perspective.
Yeah, and Jennifer, just to jump onto what Melanie has said, what we're doing is to work collaboratively with our businesses. We're not closing down any businesses. We're just complying with the executive order. And so that's what we're doing. The city of Burnsville isn't closing down any businesses.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Melanie. The other questions we've received have been about the small business loans. And the question I have is, do you know the timing of when funds will be dispersed for government loans for small business? The challenge here is there are a variety of different funding mechanisms right now. The answer we've gotten regarding the Paycheck Protection Program is that they would be able to turn it around in 10 days. And we've seen some of that happen because it did open just about 10 days ago. But I know there are businesses, this business in particular had applied for some loans about 2 weeks ago and has not had a response. So there are some of those programs that they are having a challenge getting them up and running because there's one or two at the state level, the rest are at the federal level, and they all go through different agencies. So please stay tuned. We will follow up individually with this business person and try to get their questions answered. But again, if you have other questions, please feel free to submit them for the county, the school district, the city, or the chamber. We really want to be here for you as a resource right now. On that note, I want to thank you. A special shout out to my team at the chamber who we've had to learn virtual communications in a whole new way in the last week or 10 days. And thanks for helping us get this up and running. A special thank you as always to our partners at Dakota County, at the city of Burnsville, at the school district. We've had a great partnership these years and for the last couple of years, and it's really shown to be a strengthening opportunity for all of us. I think, Mayor, did you have something you wanted to add?
I just want to add to your answer about the SBA. At 12:04, I received an email from the SBA because I've been in touch with them. So I am going to be scheduling time with them, and I will bring that question up to them because I will be having a phone conversation with them. They just asked if I had time this week to talk with them. So if there's anything else with regard to small business, please let me know, because from the U.S. Conference of Mayors, and I chair the task force of small business and entrepreneurs, have been working with them, and now they want to talk with me. So any other questions that comes from our business community, please let me know.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mayor. With that, we want to wrap up for today and just say thank you to all of our residents, all of our businesses, everybody who has been working so hard to help flatten the curve of COVID-19. I think the news in Minnesota at this point is that it's working well, and we look forward to getting back together safely soon. Please stay healthy, please stay in touch, and we will see you soon. Thanks.